Hare Krishna. We continue reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 7, Knowledge of the Absolute, text 25. Naham prakasha sarvasya yoga maya sama vritaha muddoyam nabi janati loko mam ajam avyayam. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. I am never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. For them I'm covered by my internal potency, and therefore they do not know that I am unborn and infallible. So Krishna says he covers himself to the foolish and unintelligent. You see, because Krishna is in our heart and he knows what's our desire. So if our desire is to pretend that God does not exist, that there is no God, or that maybe there is some God, but who cares, I'm greater than God, or that everyone is God, then what does Krishna do? Because our desire is not to actually understand Krishna, he covers himself because he fulfills our desires. Whatever is our desire, he fulfills. He's not responsible for our desires. We are responsible for our own happiness and distress. It may be argued that since Krishna was visible to everyone when he was present on this earth, how can it be said that he is not manifest to everyone? But actually, he was not manifest to everyone. When Krishna was present, there were only a few people who could understand him to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So although Krishna is there, he was there 5,000 years ago in front of everyone. Everyone could see him. Not everyone could understand him to be God. Not everyone could understand his position as God. As Kunti Maharani says in her prayers, just because the sandalwood grows in the Malayan hills, then it's called Malayan sandalwood. But it doesn't mean that the sandalwood cannot grow anywhere else. So similarly, Krishna is called Yadu Veera, Yadu Vanchi. But that does not mean that he cannot appear in any other family. Or it does not mean that he stops being God. Even though he appeared in the family of Yadus as the son of Vasudeva and Devaki, it doesn't mean he's not God. So only a few people can understand this. In the assembly of Kurus, when Shishupal spoke against Krishna being elected president of the assembly, Bhishma supported him and proclaimed him to be the supreme God. So Bhishma Dev is one of the Mahajans. He is a pure devotee of Krishna. He is an authority in devotional service. Yeah, and he supports, he says, yes, Krishna is God. Similarly, the Pandavas and a few others knew that he was the supreme, but not everyone. So not everyone knew that Krishna is God. Even Duryodhana didn't know exactly Krishna is God. Although Krishna showed him the universal form, Duryodhana used to think maybe Krishna has some powers, he has some kind of siddhis. I didn't think he's God. So, but the Pandavas knew Krishna is God. Bhishma Dev knew he's God. Vidur knew he's God. So his devotees, Krishna's devotees knew he's God. He was not revealed to the non-devotees and the common man. It's like us, We like to share our most intimate feelings, our most intimate position with our loved ones, with persons who care about us, with persons who love us. If someone is envious of us, we just maintain a very, very casual relationship with them. Very casual relationship. But if someone cares for us, then we reveal our heart to them. So Krishna is the same. He does not reveal himself to persons who don't want to know him. But if someone wants to know him out of love, he reveals himself. Therefore, and we may, as now, we may not have developed our love of love for him, but that very desire that we have, that attracts Krishna. He understands. He understands. Oh, a small child, he can't reach to a very high cupboard. So the father helps. Similarly, if we turn to Krishna for help, Krishna will help us. Therefore, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that, but for his pure devotees, all men consider him to be like themselves. And then Krishna says, for one who thinks that Krishna is just an ordinary human being, he says, we are foolish and unintelligent, that our knowledge is stolen away by Maya. He was manifest only to his devotees as the reservoir of all pleasure, but to others, to unintelligent non-devotees, he was covered by his internal potency. So Krishna is covered not by Mahamaya, not by the material energy, but by Yogamaya. Yogamaya is his internal energy, his internal potency, his pleasure-giving potency, his spiritual potency. And by that, he covers himself to the non-devotee. In the prayers of Kunti, in the Srimad Bhagavatam 1.8.19, it is said that the Lord is covered by the curtain of Yogamaya, and thus ordinary people cannot understand him. So, when we have a curtain in front of our eyes, we cannot look outside clearly, depending on how thick the curtain is. If the curtain is really thick, we can't look at all. If it is sheer, then we may be able to see something, but vaguely. So similarly, this curtain of Yogamaya is there in front of us. That's the reason we are not able to see Krishna. This Yogamaya curtain is also confirmed in the Isopanishad mantra 15, in which the devotee prays, Hiranmayena patrena satyasya pihitam mukham tattvam pushan apavrinu satya dharmaya drishtaye. O my Lord, you are the maintainer of the entire universe, and devotional service to you is the highest religious principle. Therefore, I pray that you will also maintain me. Your transcendental form is covered by the Yogamaya. The Brahmajyotir is the covering of the internal potency. May you kindly remove this glowing effulgence that impedes my seeing your Satchid Ananda Vigraha, your eternal form of bliss and knowledge. So in this Isopanishad, the devotee is praying to God. He's saying, my dear Lord, right now I'm just thinking that God means light. But kindly, and this light is very blinding. Because of this light, I'm not able to see beyond this light. That is your personal form. I'm not able to see your form. So kindly, please remove this blinding light from my vision so I can see your transcendental Satchid Ananda Vigraha, your eternal form of bliss and knowledge. The Supreme Personality of Godhead in its transcendental form of bliss and knowledge is covered by the internal potency of the Brahmajyoti, and the less intelligent impersonalists cannot see the Supreme on this account. So Krishna covers himself with this blinding light. But to those who are seriously interested to understand him, understand the absolute truth, understand the absolute truth as he is, not make up the absolute truth, not imagine the absolute truth. But if we really want to understand the absolute truth as he is, then Krishna helps us. Krishna will remove this glowing effulgence from our vision. Just as when the sun is strong and bright, when the sunshine is so strong, we can't see anything. The same way, this Brahmajyoti is so blinding our eyes, we are not able to see Krishna. We can pray to Krishna, my dear Krishna, please remove this blinding light from my vision so I can see you. Also in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 14, Text 7, there is a prayer by Brahma. O Supreme Personality of Godhead, O Super Soul, O Master of all mystery, who can calculate your potency and pastimes in this world? You're always expanding your internal potency, and therefore no one can understand you. So in the 10th canto, there is a section of Brahma Vimohan Lila, where Lord Brahma, he gets bewildered that, oh, how can this small boy, Krishna, be God? And he tries to test Krishna. And in doing so, Brahma himself gets bewildered because Krishna is the master of all mystics. So Brahma is, then after Brahmaji understands, then he offers these prayers to Krishna. And he says, you're the master of all mystery, of all the mysterious things, Krishna is the master. We get baffled by many mysterious things, but no one is more mysterious than Krishna. We are always trying to understand, oh, how powerful this person is, how much wealth he has, how much strength he has. But we cannot calculate the potencies of Krishna. Krishna's pastimes. We cannot even begin to imagine how many pastimes are there because they are eternal. You're always expanding your internal potency, and therefore no one can understand you. So God is unlimited, unlimited. We can understand to the portion that he reveals himself to us. It's not possible for anyone to understand God completely, but we can understand to the degree that God reveals himself to us based on our surrender. So God reveals enough to the pure devotee. How much a pure devotee is supposed to know about God? Krishna reveals himself according to that. Learned scientists and learned scholars can examine the atomic constitution of the material world or even the planets, but still they are unable to calculate your energy and potency, although you are present before them. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, is not only unborn, but also avyaya, inexhaustible. So Krishna is unborn. He never takes a material birth. He's always existing. And that is the inconceivable potency. And yet he appears as the son of Devaki and Vasudeva. His eternal form is bliss and knowledge, and his energies are all inexhaustible. So Krishna's form is not material. It is spiritual. It is a form which is eternal. It's a form which is blissful, and it's a form which is full of knowledge. And Krishna's energies are all unlimited. Krishna has unlimited energies. So Krishna is Satchid Ananda Vigraha. His form is eternal, full of bliss, and full of knowledge. So all inconceivable things find their solution in the inconceivable potency of Krishna. Krishna has inconceivable potencies, and that's how all the inconceivable things find their solution in Krishna. Is that okay?
Yes, it's okay.
Thank you so
It's
much.
absolutely perfect.
I'm sorry?
I'm telling like it's absolutely perfect. Like we really don't know, but the explanation is enough to understand.
Yes, this is Srila Prabhupada's kindness on us. His purports are wonderful, wonderful. Yes, thank you for. Yes, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Binda ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.